Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today.
It's the Bills going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's go down to Miami. Standing by, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
Getting ready is the kicker, Andrew Franks, and we are underway from Miami. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Here comes Tyrod Taylor and the Buffalo Bills on offense. It's really an offense that's been run heavy in Week 5 in that win over the Rams. They only threw the ball 23 times, 124 yards.
And they love that formula because if you have LaShawn McCoy eating carries and gaining a lot of yards, that helps your overall offense. But don't forget, in addition, Tyrod Taylor's a big part of the run offense as well. His sorties off the edge, they help him out in a big way.
They go play action here on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score, and we'll be back to South Florida after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Colton Schmidt now to kick it away. Third-year man out of UC Davis, just a stone's throw from Sacramento. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. Landry now on the return. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Dolphin football. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. It's caught. Cameron, left side. They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Bang! Wide 20. Wide 20.
Off play action, Tannehill. This is caught. The tight end, Cameron. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Again, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. On the return, it's Brandon Tate. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On first down, it's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end, Clay. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One receiver left, three to the right. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. Airing it out deep for Woods. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both teams have played smart with the football in the first half. Each team has avoided that one big turnover to this point, and it's a reason we have a very tight game at halftime. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Here early in the first, Alonso's got to get the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 10. Dolphins have it early in the second. The quick pass, it's complete, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 46-yard line. Dolphins would go on to kick a field goal to put 3 points on the board. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The drive will start with Arian Foster. And he'll lose you. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second down, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now the Bills will take another timeout, and that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Third down now following the run. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Foster alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
On first down, Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.